This past Sunday was bittersweet for me as a priest. I was outside of church greeting people as I often do before the 9 a.m. liturgy, but I was doing it with a heaviness of my heart. I was thinking about the week that now I'm in, a week that lied ahead of me of planning 3 funerals, one for a longtime parish member here and 2 for parents of wonderful parish members. And I was just thinking about the 3 lives that I was going to help bury and grateful for their witness and the gifts that they were. They had many more years under their belt than I currently have, and I was just thinking about all of that as I greeted people. And it was getting close to 9 o'clock when it just so happened that 3 kind of families with young little babies were coming into church, kind of rushing in. And trust me, I get it. If you have kids, it's hard to always be on time. And I don't care when you get here. We're just grateful that you're here with us. But I was watching these 3 little babies come into the church, and I just had this kind of bittersweet moment of a week ahead where I was thinking about 3 folks that we were going to bury, and then this community that continues to welcome in new life in the midst of all of that. And there was a moment during the liturgy where I really just had this profound sense of prayer and gratitude as a priest. I was up here in the sanctuary at the altar, and I was just looking out at the congregation. And I was looking at faces, some of whom have many more years on them than I do, and have learned so much more about love and life and faith than I know. And I was looking at babies as well. And I was just grateful to be caught up in this cloud of lives, grateful to be part of a community with people who have lived long lives and have learned so much and carry this wisdom within them, and grateful to be part of a community that's willing to walk with new life as it's just beginning that journey of learning and growing in wisdom and faith and hope and love. And I was just in awe and had this profound sense of gratitude. As we find ourselves on this Eve, All Hallows Eve of the Feast of All Saints, I think of that powerful passage in the first verse of the 12th chapter of the letter to the Hebrews, where the author talks about being surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, lives in the saints that inspire and encourage and challenge and sustain us to run the race of faith and hope and love and life well. And in all of that is a holy invitation for us to pause and pray about today, reflecting on those clouds that we find ourselves immersed in. Maybe they're a church community, maybe it's a support group, maybe it's a circle of friends or a family, and ultimately say a prayer of deep and profound thanks for the gift of those lives that surround us, that nourish us and sustain us, challenge us and inspire us to run the race of faith and hope and love and life so much better than if we tried to run it alone. God's peace and blessings to you all.